Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Blitzari, and welcome back to a brand new video. And before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit it fast before Zero comes and hacks your computer and doesn't let you subscribe, alright? And just we don't want any problems, okay? Listen, that ball-headed Christmas gnome-looking ass Vondi is just, listen, he's gonna send Zero to hack it. So I want to make sure you hit subscribe, because then your computer is unhackable, and that will save you from viruses in the future. Alright, and I just want to comment, is it just me, or does Vondi look a little bit like the Ruin Specialist? Like, I swear they made it look like him on purpose. Anyway, let's stop talking about our favorite Christmas gnome, Vondi, and let's get on to the video. So today's video is on how I got good at Call of Duty. Now, see, I have a little bit of a problem, alright? So, I have to leave to go to Indiana tomorrow, alright? And it's like 11 o'clock at night, time this recording. I had to play one game, and this is the gameplay I had, so don't make fun of it. It sucks. I know, okay? It sucks. I don't want to see it in the comments. I know it sucks. I had one opportunity and I screwed up the gameplay. Just whatever. Just enjoy the gameplay. But today, I will be giving you tips on how to be good at Call of Duty. But the difference between the tip videos you see online and this one is I'm going to go very, very deep into it. I'm going to be telling you guys some things I've never heard online. Maybe you have, but personally, I've never heard some of the things I'm going to say. So this will be really important. So make sure you do drop a like. That would be very helpful. And yeah, so, okay, alright, let's just get started. So, how I became good at Call of Duty. So, me personally, the biggest thing is hugging the walls. And I know you've heard this a lot. This is something you've heard, but in Call of Duty, if you're in the middle of a room and you're just running towards the doorway, someone could easily walk in, see you, and shoot you. But if you're hugging the walls, they'll walk in the room and they won't see you because you'll be near the wall and you can kill them. That's the biggest thing. Just hug the walls and they won't see you. Anywhere you go, if you're in the middle of the map, find a wall and run right next to it. Never be out in the open. That is huge, because it's so much harder for people to see you if you're doing that, and that has helped me so much. Number two, I'm not going to say aim, but you're going to want your aim to be good, but it's a major thing, but just you guys know that your aim needs to be good. But one of the biggest things is, I don't hear too many YouTubers explain it, is what to do in certain situations. So for an example, I've never heard this, but this will help you a lot. If you're trying to rush the enemy, okay, there's a certain technique and formula for rushing the enemies you're going to want to keep in mind. If you're rushing them, make sure if you're rushing them, you don't go completely to their spawn. If your goal is to rush to their spawn and see how far you can get, it's a suicide mission. What you're doing is you're just allowing the enemies to be in front of you, behind you, and on both sides of you. You don't want that. You want to keep the enemies ahead of you. You don't want them behind you, which is why pushing the outskirts of the map is a really good idea, because you know the enemies are all, in front of you or to your left, to your right, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But if you rush to their spawn, instead of them being in front of you and beside you, they can also be behind you. So unless if you have a UAV and you have teammates and you're very sure you won't die, you know exactly where everybody's at, have at it, go in their spawn if you're completely dominating them. But if not, get near their spawn. And Call of Duty is a rush and waiting game. That's what you want to do. You want to rush, then wait. Rush to their side and, find somewhere. I mean, don't camp, but, you wait. Let the enemies come to you, or let the map do the work. Keep that in mind. So, we'll put it this way. If you rush their side, wait for them to come out, then you shoot them. If they see you first, disengage in the gunfight, unless if you're super, super confident you're going to win. Other than that, back off, and then let them come to you again, then kill them. That's the best way to do that. If you want to be really good at Call of Duty, play Battlefield for a few days. In Battlefield, the key is you see the enemy first and keep hidden and basically be like a ghost. Like, they don't see you, you see them, you kill them. Be like that in Call of Duty. Hug the walls, they don't see you, but you see them, you kill them. If they're coming at you, pull back, wait for them to rush you, then you kill them. That is the best way to, just do good in Call of Duty. Another thing is, play for your streaks. It's better to get 10 kills without dying rather than 30 kills with 15 deaths, okay? Because you'll get your streaks, and then once you get your streaks, you'll start just massacring the other team, and just, it'll be a straight up genocide. Like, you will kill all of them. So it could be slow at the beginning, but then it'll pick up once you get your streaks. So play for your streaks. And another thing about rushing, if it's a very, very competitive game, and let's say the other team is really good and your team just sucks, and they keep pushing you, and you get to your spawn and they're just all right there, here's the best thing. Don't rush them. If they're rushing you, stay back. I mean, don't camp, but like don't push them, but wait for them to come to you and keep killing them. But if they're not really rushing you too hard, you rush them. But like I said, if they are really rushing you, do the opposite of what they're doing. If they're rushing you, you stay back and kill them. If they're not, you rush them. So do the opposite. That is the best way to stay alive when you're in a very competitive match. And a few other things. One thing you want to make sure you do is not jump shot a lot. The reason is because it'll mess up your accuracy and it just makes you more obvious, and if you're jump shotting, you're obviously out in the open. Avoid jump shotting as much as possible, and why you stick to your walls is because there's, first of all, people can't see you, and second of all, there's a lot more cover by walls. So rather than jumping, try strafing to the side, put on stock or whatever. That's really going to help. And another thing with gunfights, for better aim, if you put the tips of your fingers on your thumbsticks, in my opinion, it's harder to aim. But if you put more of the pad of your thumbs instead of the tips of it, but the pad under your nail, and you overlap your thumbs over the thumbstick slightly, and you basically, the edge of the thumbstick is in the last groove of your thumb, that will give you better aim, more sturdy aim, more accurate aim. I told my brother and a few friends about it, and they were like, oh my gosh, this works insane. And also, if you're aiming, don't look at the iron sights, look at the enemy. You don't want to do that. If you look at the iron sights, your accuracy would be terrible. If you're looking, like when you're playing basketball, you don't look at the basketball then shoot because you'll miss the basket. You're looking at the basket, not the ball. So look at the enemy, not the gun, if that makes sense. A lot of people will say, well, that's stupid. But see, a lot of people don't notice that. They'll be like, oh shoot, I'm actually looking at my weapon, not the enemy. Thanks for telling me. So that's another really, really good thing. And the other thing is you want map awareness. You probably hear good players say it all the time. What it is it's you don't want to, put it this way, if you don't want to die, only run to an area where you know you won't get killed from behind, and you know that you can, take cover, or to an area there's no enemies where, they can kill you. Run to an area where you completely know it's safe. If not, just stay where you are or go somewhere else. I mean, why would you run to somewhere that you have no idea, that you could die or whatever? Obviously, Call of Duty is all about taking risk if you want to do good, so there's a lot of times you're going to have to take a risk. You have to run somewhere where you don't know and just hope it goes well. Call of Duty is luck. I mean, it's luck. It's luck. I mean, there's skill to it, but you just gotta get lucky. You could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, it happens to me all the time, but, just have map awareness, know where people are. And this next thing I want to talk about is specific to Black Ops 4. This annoys me a lot. There's a lot of parties in this game, and because of the 150% health, if you get double teamed, everybody knows you're dead, unless if the other people just suck, right? You're dead. So, the problem is, if you're a solo player and you're playing against like a party of 5 on domination, you're screwed. And if you go negative against a party of 5, you're not a bad player at all. In fact, you can be one of the best players and still do bad. The reason is here's the thing. Black Ops 4, I'm confident about this one, okay? Some people are going to get mad at me for saying this. It is that Call of Duty where terrible players with no gun skill, no map awareness, and just suck at Call of Duty can perform well, because that 150% health, if you double team, easy kills. If you go up in a party, easy kills. You call their location you go into is easy. I was playing Domination the other day, and every single lobby I get into is a party of 5, and literally all they do is double team. They sit there and wait, then I spawn and they're all just sitting there by my spawn just shooting. I'm like, guys, there's no gun skill on this. It's just, listen, there are bad players who will do that and they will perform well. Just know, if you're doing bad, it's not you who's bad, it's them. I just want to let you guys know that. And there's some situations where I would just leave the lobby at that point, because it's just stupid. So I just want to let you guys know, just because you're doing bad doesn't mean you're bad in BO4. Sometimes just the way Black Ops 4 works, it's a little impossible. I mean, you know, it's almost like it's almost like an army of 10,000 soldiers with assault rifles facing an army with 10,000 soldiers with tanks, planes, and everything. Like, you know, there's not a chance. So don't worry about that. Also, a big thing that will really help you, I don't hear many people talking about this, so I hope this is your first time hearing this, but anyway, when you're playing a game, any game, if you're seeking every enemy, you're not going to do well. Rush them and let them push you, then you kill them. That's what all the good players do. They will seek them, you know, but at first of the game, like when the game starts, rush, wait for them to push you, you kill them, and basically if you're dominating the lobby, you can seek them out because you probably know they're not going to kill you or they're not as good, you know, stuff like that. But what you want to do is you want to find an area and briefly hold down the area. So let them come to you, you keep killing them, and let them keep coming to you, because if you kill a few enemies in the same area, they'll come back for more. Kill them, move areas. It's not camping, it's what all the good players do. You hold down small areas in brief moments. You just hold down a bunch of different areas in brief moments. That's all Call of Duty is. If you just rush around random routes seeking people, you're not going to do well. Just hold down small areas briefly and just keep moving areas. You just let the enemies come to you. Let the map do the work for you. Works so well. If you did enjoy, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.